Susan, we're right in the middle of winter now, but at the end of March, we're going to have a concert coming to Warren for Warren Philharmonic Orchestra. And tell us a little bit about that and the selections will be featuring.
I thought it would be exciting at this time of year to do something that really celebrated the coming of spring. And so I created a program that starts with the Bach-Brandenburg Concerto, which is the concerto everyone knows, even if he or she doesn't know the title of it. It features a high trumpet and a flute and a violin doing an incredible kind of dancing around one another. And it's very exciting and not at all the kind of pompous Bach I think some people have in their heads. And then I invited a wonderful soprano who performs at Carnegie Hall and with the Cleveland Orchestra, who lives in the area, named Marion Vogel, to sing the piece by Mozart, which is the famous Alleluia. It's a religious piece that is praising the Virgin Mary, and then out of a kind of exuberance bursts into this famous Alleluia that again dances the voice all around. And then at the end of the concert, I chose Beethoven's Seventh Symphony, which is perhaps his most exuberant symphony. Again, it's a piece that people know, even if they don't know the title of it. And it's got a tremendous range, and it's very exciting to watch the orchestra play it.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Warren Philharmonic and how you work with them and what has gone into the preparation for this concert.
I got to know the Warren Philharmonic now quite a while ago. I was brought down to do a guest conductorship of a Mozart concert, and I was so excited to find an orchestra like this in Warren. The players are wonderful. It's really a gem of an orchestra. And when I was invited to come and actually be the director and work with the players, I was very excited, because part of what I wanted to do was to help make the community and the young people of the community as excited about the orchestra as they seem to be about the football teams and all the sports, because in a way I consider what's magical about an orchestra has to do not only with the incredible range of music and the colors of all these instruments, these families of string instruments and flutes and trumpets and the drums and the brass. I find that the teamwork involved of all these professionals is very exciting. So it was a mix. My excitement about coming here was a mix of working with the orchestra and having a wonderful sense of this community. I've met so many interesting people and worked in the schools and gotten to know young people and try to involve them in our concerts. And I bring in world-class soloists from without, but there's an incredible pool of talent in this area. So the moniker of the orchestra was celebrating our community through music. And when we work together as an orchestra, for me, it's very beautiful, because as we explore this music together, there's a kind of we're not only delving into the music, but we are revealing our own vulnerabilities, our sensitivities, and evolving a way of interpreting this music together. I'm listening to the ideas the players bring me when they play a certain phrase, And of course, I come with ideas about how the piece can go. So the process of exchange is fascinating, very exciting, and I wish, in fact, I invite people to come to our rehearsals because I think if they could be involved in this process of exchange and the aliveness of pulling this all together, it would make the danger and excitement of the performance even more thrilling, because you feel all of these bits and pieces and the hard work we do suddenly coming together at a moment we're never going to live together again. You know, I love the danger of performance when you're creating something in a space of time for an audience that we're excited about communicating to, and all of us know it's never going to come again. So there's an incredible kind of adrenaline and love that gets exchanged that I wouldn't miss for the world, and I just hope and wish that people will come and be part of the process. Mark, also something that I find exciting about performing in Packard Music Hall is that we have not set the orchestra up on the stage. It's in position so that people who are there can actually look down into the orchestra and watch the music being played, and they can actually sit in the balconies looking down into the orchestra and watch the kind of exchange between the conductor and the instrumentalists. And I find that fascinating, to hear these incredible colors in this and the excitement of the music, and then to actually see the person playing the violin or the double bass or the trumpet. And
have you ever had people from the audience who have attended who really didn't know what to expect because it was the first time they've ever been to a live performance? Because I'm thinking that a lot of times, you know, you have pre-recorded music even being used in ballets and things like that, and the energy level is just so different, and the audience really is important to the energy of they feed off of each other.
Well said, Mark. That is so important, because there is an aliveness, and it's not just the visceral, the sonic aliveness, but there really is this kind of chemistry of exchange. And I think people who are there at the concert know that. And when I program, I'm always thinking not about just the people who know the music already, but the people who are coming for the first time. And that's why when I program, I program pieces that also create a chemistry together, and that will have something exciting to say to people who've never been to a concert before. And we have receptions afterwards where everybody is invited, can talk to musicians. I love to talk to people, all of us do, for whom it's a first time. We have instrumental petting zoos for children of all ages, grown-ups included, to be able to come up and talk to the musicians, try out an instrument, pluck the strings of the harp, you know, touch the timpani, or actually come up close, because some folks just haven't had the opportunity to get close. You see them on TV or up on the stage.
And speaking of the opportunity, this concert is Saturday, March 29th, 8 p.m. at Packard Music Hall, and that's being presented by Warren Philharmonic Orchestra.
Exactly. And it's an 8 o'clock concert. It'll be packed with music. It won't be terribly long. And I hope people will come, because it's a chance to hear a really, really wonderful orchestra. And I've traveled all over the world. I've conducted at the Hollywood Bowl and Cleveland Orchestra folks, and I'm going to be conducting in Europe. But I keep coming back to this orchestra, being so excited and amazed by the talents, and the program will be a real adventure, going into all kinds of different worlds. So 8 o'clock, March 29th, spring will have struck already. Let's hope it's green.
Thank you.
Really